ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Sooners will put total leather to crank us up. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. From the gun, he leaves it with the bat. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, it's Ivory. Hauls it in. Oh, he's got some space. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Nebraska. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And he tacks on the extra point.
Nebraska 7, Oklahoma 0.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Firing to the right, complete. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Quickly to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The play action fake. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. And another big play from a Sooner receiver. We've seen that before. Some places you might get grades like C, D, all A-pluses here.
And he grabbed it like a lamb and serving up busted chops like you've seen this offense do so many times in the past.
Using the quick game. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the air, it's Washington. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Ooh, quarterback lucky that one wasn't picked. You got to be really careful down here in the red zone because these windows are small and defenders close on the ball. That one should have been an INT.
Lost to throw again. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you're going to get tested. So it's important to get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Touchdown, Sooners! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Number 9.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brock. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Looking to throw, it's Ivory. Fires to the big fella. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
The run from the shotgun. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Might be calling a hot route. Snap it to the back. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
The Huskers have this offense rolling. They'll move the wide receiver. Right back to the well.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Ivory. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Power football with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Back to pass on second down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You know, these linebackers have to be so good in zone coverage of reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball. You saw that linebacker do it.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Cornhuskers will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight.
And that was almost a huge mistake by special teams. On the punt return, fumbling the football. They are so lucky that they jumped on that ball and that their offense is now going to take the field, because that could have been disastrous.
This drive will start at the 6-yard line. To the air, it's Washington. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains because of his...
Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double cover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And it's nice to be the middle of the field safety. That's my responsibility. I own the middle. If you want to come across the middle, I'm going to hit you. If you want to throw it across the middle, I'm going to do a good job breaking on the football. Unbelievable job. You got to have vision on the quarterback. See it, break it, go get it. Give me that INT.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
They're dealing with a second and long.
325.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the catch. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. Third and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. Get to have a little fun. Go get the quarterback.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Dropping back, it's Ivory. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on third down brings us to fourth.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive, and then quickly went to Pop with a pickup. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, mark it at the 47.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Got out of trouble and throws. It's complete to the right. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And the QB just makes it look easy. Drop back, surveys the field, makes the correct decision, throws the ball where his receiver can catch it, doesn't put it in harm's way. That's a really good quarterback making it look easy.
Gonna look downfield again. Makes the catch. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Sooners didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Wide receiver going in motion. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to throw. It's Washington. Quick strike complete. He'll step out of bounds at about the 11. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. From the gun on third down. Here's the heat. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
This guy's just playing like an All-American his last couple of games out now. Last game he had 2 sacks. He just registered his second sack in this game. He has been virtually unblockable.
And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Scanning the field, it's Ivory. Puts it out of the air. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. And the Huskers are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Shotgun snap on third down. Here comes the heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Now
Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the kid to make anything happen.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Complete to the right. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Lethal weapons all over the field. That has been the standard at Oklahoma for several years.
I mean, so many guys, and they built this offense on space and speed, and it's the playmakers out wide. Listen, they've had great quarterbacks, but if you don't have guys outside, they're going to make plays. Obviously, it makes it hard to move the football. These guys, they make it easy.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, we knew coming into this one the tight end was a big part of this offense, and you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
Back to throw. It's Washington. Pocket breaking down. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Three straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Oklahoma! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. LSU has the lead right now, but it hasn't come easy. They're in a tight one. They're up by 4 over Utah State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Throws to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Under fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. Smashes ahead. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got it. To throw, it's Ivory. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, that just shows you how much this quarterback trusts his baller wide receiver. He was double covered on that play, and still the QB tried to force it over to him.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. He leaves it with his back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
To the air on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Let's go. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. It's 4th and 8 and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Dropping back, it's Washington. Under fire. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think he'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
He's looking to throw. Looking to get it in. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskers!
As the exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Bringing the heat. Slithers into space. Oh, he got loose. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw on first down. Gets rid of it. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Huskers will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Looking to fire. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
The Sooners with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Throws for the tight end. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make movement change impossible. They'll try to get the first through the air. Gets open down the middle. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend, and this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 4 wideouts set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Another big play for this Sooner receiver, dare I say, Hollywood-esque.
Hollywood is right, and that's one guy that comes to mind, by the way. But this offense, it just does what it does, no matter the...
There he goes! Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Back to pass. It's Washington. Touchdown Sooners! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Timeout called here.